Hello and welcome to the Nexus. Today we're going to be doing our Nissan Skyline. Let's get going. Okay, so we're doing issues 93 to 98. We're on sort of the home stretch of this now. We're getting very close to the end. I'm just trying to remember how many issues it was. 110. So we have another 2 packs and then we're done, I believe. Another two or three, it might be 3. Anyway, we're close to the end now with this, and we're going to be concentrating on the trunk or the boot of the car in this pack, though I am going to start off with the last part of this issue first, just so we can sort of get it out of the way with. So we do need our chassis just here. So, and we also need wires K and H. Now we're going to use them first. Like I said, this part is the last part on the issue, but on this issue, but I'm doing it first just to get it out of the way with. So we need K and H wires, which are these ones. These are the indicators. So that's what we're going to do first. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is H. It's going to go in the smallest one, which are the indicator ones, which is just here. It's going to sit in like that, and then K is going to go into the same one here, just here, like that. And they basically, the indicators here, now it doesn't say to sort of bend it up or anything. I'm just double checking. It just says to place it in, so that's all we're doing in that one. Now we can just leave that there. Like I said, I'm going to start with that bit first. So the next part, we do need our spoiler, because like I said, we are going to concentrate now on the trunk. So I'm going to put this away now and do the rest of it. Okay, so here we come with the rest of 93. Making sure that we've got all that out. So this is the lid. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is put in our lock, which is this bit just here. So that's just going to plug in like that. Next, what we're going to do is fit our spoiler. So it is going to sit on just like that. And we're going to use UM screws in those two just there. So let me grab them. Oh. There we go. We'll get there eventually. Nice and tight. Another one into here. Nice and tight. Now obviously that will shine up when we come to cleaning it, but there we go, we have now the spoiler, which is really cool. We're going to use that in the next issue. So that's the end of issue 93. Let's do issue 94. Okay, here we go, issue 94. Get this out, making sure we don't leave anything in there. So this looks like the sort of boot lid section or trunk section. So I'm just going to tip all of this out like that. So the first bit we're going to do is our boot or trunk latch. That is going to sit on there. We're going to use KP screws. I need 2 of them. They're slightly smaller than we've had before. I'm just going to use this screwdriver that I have here. Okay, so that's like that. Next, we are going to be putting on these boot latches. So they are going to go in here, like so. We're going to attach that with AP. We need 2 of them. There's one there. That is already split, so I don't. It does say AP screws. Yeah, it's the right. We are doing it the right way as well. So I've already split that one. This is probably going to end up being the same. No. Yeah. There we go. So they are split. I don't know why it's like that. Anyway, we do need to grab wire J, which is right here. So this is wire J, and this light is going to sit in here, like so. And then the wire is going to go along here. We're going to use some tape here just to cover it. So once again, it's going to cover it just here, just there, like that. And then another one just to curve it round here. So we just want to just got to hold it until we sort of place it on, I suppose. Okay, next we've got these struts sections. So these are going to go into here. So we're going to have one in there and one in there, like that. And we're going to use the AAP screws, which are these little ones here. So, nice and tight in there. And then this one on the opposite side. So that's going to sit like that. Okay, we've got these other little bits here. Let's push these aside a second. Now, we had this from the last issue, so that's going to sit. It only sits in one way, like so. And this is going to sit in, making sure that comes out of this bit here. And so that is going to sit on like that. And we are going to place these so they are up like this, but making sure that it goes in like so. That's it. And we're going to use AM screws, so I'm just going to grab one of these. On there. So you want to hold it in a way where you're not going to break anything. So basically these parts here, you want to make sure that that bracket section is facing outwards, and making sure the wire isn't snagged as well. So that is going to sit like that. Nice and tight. And here comes the last one. There we go. Nice and tight as well. So obviously these are the bracket sections that will come off, so this is what's going to lift it up and down. The struts, I would imagine they're the ones that are going to hold it once it's up like this, and then obviously put it down. We've also got a lock on as well, which is cool, and we've got the brake light as well, which is attached, so that's all good and it's looking cool. Okay, we do get these two brackets, they need to be put aside now, so I'm just going to stick them aside. We're going to move on to issue 95. Okay, so the next like four issues I should say, is going to be very, very quick. So as you can see, we've done with the trunk lid or the boot lid, and we're now going to work on the amp. Essential hardware in the 2000s this was. Okay, so we've got the amp cover here, so that is going to sit like that. That's just going to get pushed in, pegged in with the pegs that we've got there. There we go. Then we've got the amp cover, so that is how it's going to open, and we want the amp to sit on just there. And we've got the sign, we want to make sure that the JML sign, or JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield, is gonna sit on there like so. There we go. There we go. It's not really sitting on. Why is it not sitting on? That looks fine. It looks fine. That's the amp. Okay, that is it for this one. We're going to move on to issue 96. Okay, so this is issue 96. We're going to be fixing the DVD player. So that's going to go into like that. And this is going to sit at the back. We're going to plug this in, AP. Screws. So that one's going to sit in this side. So it looks like at some point this is going to be have a light in it, so it all lights up. Like so. And then this one is going to sit like that. So once again, that's going to sit on there. AP screw. And another AP screw. I've done it upside down. Okay, easy mistake to make. Yep. Yep. See, look, I make these mistakes and no one else has to. So take that off. There we go. Pull that out, turn it around, and then turn that round as well. There we go. That's easy to get around the wrong way. There's one. There's the other. that one in there. Right, so at this stage we don't put it in, but you can see where this is going to go, just like that. So I'm actually going to leave it like that. One, so I know where it is, and two, I can easily take it in and out as I wish. But that's the DVD player. Okay, move on. The next two issues, so issues 97 and 98 are the same, so we're going to do them together. Okay, so obviously we're going to do the subs, subwoofers as they were called. No, just the subs. So here we go. They're cool. So that is going to sit like that, and then we're going to stick that like so. I like the fact they've even gone to the effort of putting the JBL logo, even though you're not going to see it. Oh no, you will. No, you won't. No. I was going to say, I'm sure they go upside down. Anyway, that goes on there. This is amplifying the sound, like so. Okay, so this is going to sit on this side, like that. And we're going to... So basically what these used to do, if you're into the car biz, is basically it turns your boot into, or your trunk into a giant sub. That's what it does. So these speakers were mainly for the bass. So you always loved like Doom's Night and things like that with these sort of builds. So you invert the speaker, so you can still hear everything, but the bass gets pushed down into the car, and basically turns the back of the car to a giant sub. But yeah, we're now going to do the opposite side, so it's the same way. This is issue 98. This is our last one. Once again, it's nice that they've done this in that it's a nice little touch that they've given us the JBL logo in it, and just making sure that this lines up with that, like that. Just in there, because you can't see it, you won't see it. So that goes in there. I think they could be easily swapped out as well for some real speakers, but I don't think you'll get the same. I don't think you'll get the desired effect, personally. And the speaker has to be facing down and not up, because you want the bass, like I said. Two of these in the boot with the lid down. Oh yeah, that's what you're wanting. That's the bass you're talking about. And there we go. So this will obviously sit like that, I would imagine. But like I said, when you do this sort of thing, you turn in the boot of the car, the trunk of the car, into a giant sub. So you invert the speakers like this, and there we go. So basically what you're doing is you're forcing the sound down, and the boom, the bass you're going to get is from this section here, but it vibrates throughout the whole car. And these are just the pressure plates that go sort of down. They were really big in when you did cars like this. These were the brackets that went down. And you need an amp to amplify the, you'd also have a battery or something like that as well, because you wouldn't want to run the amp from the car battery. It'd be a separate battery that you'd run the amp from. And you can get these really basic. I mean, you would have, what you would normally have is you'd have your subs like this in the back, or a box, but this is like a preferred way. This is how you would have the subs. And then you would have speakers on the parcel shelf as well. But yeah, it's looking really good. But yeah, that's how you used to do. We done a lot of this sort of sub stuff when we were a lot younger. Used to have, we never used to did the inverted ones, but we used to have the sub boxes. So you'd have sort of a box built along the back here with a couple of speakers in, upside down, remember, because it's going into the box. It creates a lot more bass. It's the sort of car you would hear before you saw, sort of thing. It's one of those sort of deals. But yeah, it's looking really good. I'm liking that. And there we go. So we've now fitted and fixed the boot lid, which is just here, looking good. And we've also done some work on the trunk. Now I don't know how much more there is to do on this section here, apart from putting it in, but it is looking cool. We'll obviously have to wire up the light for the DVD player here, but it's looking really good. Nice. Yeah, I love the detail as well, like I said, underneath that. Even though you can't see it, you know they're JBL speakers, which are really cool. And that's it. And we're up to speed. Like I said, I think there's 3 packs left. Depending on how Fanhome do it, because they've just upped the amount that we get for the 66 Batmobile. I don't think they're going to do it on this one. So we are only 3 months away. We haven't had this month's pack yet. That is due. So we're looking at September, early September, when we finish this, or late September, but it will be September. I cannot wait. This is going to be such a cool build once it's finished, but we are on the home stretch now. It's just a lot of the cosmetic stuff now. So we've got some bits that could actually go on the car. There is one thing that's bothering me, and that is the front suspension. We haven't put it on yet still. So that's all got to be done. We've already got it. We just haven't installed it yet. And I don't really know why. It's sort of the thing that it would have gone on beforehand, but like I said, there is method in a lot of the madness. So there's probably a reason why we haven't installed it yet. But it's all good. It's all good. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, subscribe, comment, use the links below and promo codes, because I do believe this is coming back out now. And yeah, so as always, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you at the next video. Take it easy.
Tune into the channel, Nexus is the name. All the hottest content, you'll never be the same. Laughs and thrills, excitement, music.